Welcome everyone to another stupid pod, another pod. Yeah, my name is Hypers, and I have my co-host Stupid Gamer, and we have
Yup.
another guest with us, Alex Tuber.
Yeah.
Random applause. Yeah. No applause. Okay, great. But
Oh.
but today we will talk about trash movies or
Or bad movies in general.
yeah. So, Stupid Gamer, you can continue with the bad movie you saw, whatever.
Yeah. I just gonna answer y'all. What is the worst movie you guys have ever seen? Before I start mine.
Ooh, that's a loaded question. Hmm.
Yeah, I will not say mine.
Oh yeah. I've heard about your bad movie. I would guess people will cancel us for that.
Yeah.
Wait, now I kind of want to know.
It's kind of
Um,
controversial.
Okay.
Alright.
Do you really want to know?
Yeah, can't be that bad, right?
Don't judge me when we go to school.
Alright.
It's Avatar.
I mean, yeah, I agree with that actually. It's kind of
Hey,
overrated.
thank you.
Yeah, it's
I mean,
overrated, but it's pretty good though.
No.
it had such a big budget only for it to have this mid story. The only thing that was good was the CGI, and I don't really
Yeah.
care about that.
That's what I say. Thank
I
you.
Yeah.
forgot. Oh, by the way, I kind of forgot the movie. I watched it, but I know literally nothing about the plot. It's
Yeah.
humans that invades a planet.
Yeah,
Yes, something like that. And then there was apparently a sequel. I haven't watched it because
me
I
neither.
wasn't.
I didn't like the first one, so
Avatar Waste of the Water, something.
yeah.
Have you seen it?
No, I've heard about it.
All right.
Apparently,
Well,
it's 3 hours.
I haven't watched a movie in like 5 years. So
Oh,
oh, well,
I watched the
then
movie yesterday.
this is a good theme on an episode. I don't really watch movies either. You don't. Do you
yeah,
use
but
Oh,
I watched a movie not so long ago.
yeah. Well, I can also have a controversial take, but
Okay.
all right. Now, as I didn't judge you, you shouldn't judge me. And
Yeah,
it's Titanic. I wasn't really a fan of it, to be honest.
that's fair.
But that movie's pretty old too.
Yeah, that's one
That
thing.
doesn't really
And
matter.
I remember watching it with my girlfriend, and almost halfway through the movie, I slept until Jack died.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
You,
There was many scenes that you can actually see the stunt doubles. But you can
Oh,
see that those characters do not even look remotely the same the next scene they were in.
oh, sorry.
I've seen like the stunt doubles in Titanic. It looks very bad.
yeah.
I haven't
There's a
seen
lot of problems with it.
it. Yeah. So, Stupid Gamer, what's your worst movie you've seen?
Yeah. Never gonna talk about a movie that I saw not so long ago. I didn't remember much of it because, well, bad. Uh, the movie is called Fall. Have you ever heard about the movie called Fall?
No, I haven't.
No, maybe. I don't know.
Well, the movie is about like a girl who had a boyfriend and is going to climb like the one of the tallest, like what is it called, one of those towers that has like Wi-Fi signal or like a big lamp at the top. What do you call those?
Lamp. No, not a lamp post. I don't know.
What? No, I don't really understand. What was the question?
Yeah, like you see like very tall like metal towers that is like used for like I don't know, Wi-Fi or something,
Oh,
and it's a lamp on top.
Hmm?
yeah. Well, everyone knows what it is, so you don't really have to name it, I think.
Yeah, but I don't know what it's called.
Oh.
Yeah, they decided to climb atop one of the tallest ones in the world that is
Yeah.
abandoned in the middle of the desert.
Okay, why?
And that's supposed to be a horror movie because everything just goes wrong at the top. But the movie begins
Yeah.
with all of the three characters,
Mm-hmm.
the boyfriend and the girl and the girl's best friend,
Mm-hmm.
decides to climb on the cliff of a mountain.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently they are like specialists at this, but they're not that well equipped for
Hmm.
some reason.
Huh. How so? They
Yeah,
don't have the.
they don't have the proper safety for it,
Oh.
or the tools might say. And it ends up with the girl's boyfriend trying to reach in a dark area to like fasten his rope,
Mm-hmm.
and a bird comes out of it and it scares him, so he ends up falling and gets it's a pretty funny scene because in reality when you fall off the rope when you're climbing, you don't fall that hard, but when he falls and gets when the rope tries to save him, it looks like it shatters his spine. He just
What?
ragdolls like a Gmod character. And then he tries his best to like sway his way to the cliff to get a hand on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But then he says something, I don't know what he said, like he told his girlfriend to like unconnect his rope for some way that he can do that to be able to, I don't know, fasten to the cliff or something. I don't know what he meant by that. And the
Okay.
girlfriend said, no, I'm not gonna do that. But then she ends up doing it anyway because, well, she secretly hates him for some reason. Maybe she found out that he was texting a other girl,
Okay.
and it ends up with him falling and dying. He just fell to his death.
Man, what is that lore?
It's,
Yeah. Non-scary horror movies is some of the funniest comedy I've ever seen. I swear.
by the way, the CGIs when it was ragdolling looked like you could see it was clipped.
Oh. Yeah.
And yeah, and after that, that the girl falls in a deep depression,
Of course.
and she's about to like kill herself with like with some happy pills and alcohol. And
Yeah.
then her best friends just come to her and completely disregard her current situation
Mm-hmm.
of being super depressed. He just comes to her and says, "Hey, I'm gonna climb this tall tower. Do you want to climb it with me?"
What?
Okay.
And it's like months later after the boyfriend died, and the girl says, "No, thank you." But then she sleeps it out, and then goes to her best friend the next morning and says, "I'm in."
Okay.
What is this lore? It makes
It's
no
bla-
sense.
it's badly it's a bad lore in this game in this movie.
Yeah. I have one movie that are not really good, but not really bad. And do you want to hear it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not done with my movie, but I can hear you now.
Oh, it sounded like you were down because you were dead quiet.
Yeah, I was waiting for you to talk for what you thought with the current situation.
I was so confused of, of the whole movie you talked about.
Understandable.
But you can continue, and you can say when you're done then later.
Oh, okay. So after that, they decides to go to the middle of desert. I don't know what kind of desert, but the desert where that big tower is. And they don't even have. Well, they have a rope that is like 50 meters long, a 50 meters long rope. And
Uh-huh.
if my knowledge, I don't think that's enough for the world's tallest, that kind of tower.
No.
Plus, that tower is rusty as fuck. Like, you can take one glance at it and it's like, yep, I'm not climbing that. That bitch is falling
Yeah.
off. And they tried to make an explanation to, the worn down bit. They had a drone with them, and they said that, are they gonna use the drone to, look how the condition is?
Hmm.
but it can only go the halfway of the tower up for the drone before it cannot exceed the limit.
Hmm. Understandable.
And the right explanation then is to, if it is completely fine to halfway, climb up halfway, and then send out the drone again midway to
Yeah.
look at the rest.
Hmm.
This is
Yeah.
such a confusing problem.
Yeah.
One way to solve it was to is to not climb that tower. Like,
Yeah,
why?
majority of all problems is that they shouldn't have done that shit in the first
Yeah,
place.
that's
It's stupid
very
decisions
stupid.
over and over again. But when they climb up halfway, they keep on climbing. They didn't do that.
Huh?
What?
And it was nothing scary that happened. Only like a couple of, I don't know, the ladder broke a little. I don't know,
So-
biggie. Just keep on climbing.
Was that a horror movie?
It's supposed to be a psychological horror movie. It's when you're up in that situation and like, spoiler alert, they end up getting stuck up there. And that's the
Oh.
psychological part.
Who would
That-
have known?
Yeah, it's not surprising.
Yeah, that just sounds like bad writing, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't sound good.
Oh yeah, fun
Yeah.
fact: the guy that plays what is it called, Ned in Walking Dead? You know, the guy that bashes another person's skull is in the movie.
Yeah. What?
Yeah, he's supposed to be that girl's father.
Okay. That movie sounds like The Rock would also be in it for some reason.
I don't
Then
know
it
why
would-
you think The Rock will be in that, but okay.
It feels
Yeah,
like
then he would
he's
be the horror
everywhere.
villain.
It feels like he's everywhere. He's in a Christmas movie now.
Yeah, but he's the most famous actor in the world.
Yeah. That's
Arguably
why.
the most famous person in the world too.
He has a really weird contract. He isn't
That's-
allowed to lose in a fight in his films.
What?
Is that a
Yeah,
contract he made, or was it a contract that someone else made?
No, he puts it on his contract before entering a movie deal, where he says he can't lose a fight, and the nearest he can come to a loss is a draw between two people. He can't get hit as many times as they want. He needs to determine that himself, and that's very weird.
Have he
Yeah, but he's
that
gonna
in a
need
contract?
some losses for character development.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
he
weird.
doesn't have that.
But yeah,
That's
I
weird.
saw. Oh no, it was kind of a draw. You know the Jungle Cruise movie?
Mm. Sorry, what?
Jungle Cruise is something about Dwayne The Rock Johnson is immortal in the Amazon jungle. He ends up getting stabbed by his other immortal enemies and falling down in the river, but he managed to take the thing that the bad guy wanted and throw it to the mortal people.
Okay.
So it was kind of a draw. I was gonna say, oh, that was not a draw, but
Yeah.
it was.
Well, it's really weird.
Yeah. Okay. And continue.
Oh yeah, where were we? Yeah, yeah, they ended up climbing all the way up to the top,
Hmm.
and that girl's best friend decides to take a bunch of Instagram photos, like a typical white girl.
Of course.
And when they're done, they're gonna climb down, but
Yeah.
the ladder next to that she decides to climb all breaks loose, and she almost falls to her death. But thanks to her best friend holding the rope, she managed to drag her up all the way back again. So now they're stuck.
Of course.
Well, I have to tell you, by the way, they didn't tell anyone they were going to do this, so nobody knows that they're there.
Man, this is so stupid.
They decide to call people because they're stuck, but there's no phone signal all the way up there.
Wasn't that a telephone pole?
I don't know. It was something. It was abandoned, by the way.
Yeah, fair enough.
Like a
and I-
radio tower.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Or maybe it was one of those. One of those towers that just have a lamp for the sake of planes can see easier the ground
Yeah, maybe.
and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It maybe was one of those.
maybe.
So they come up with the plan, some that I would have come up with.
Mm.
You know, they cannot. It's basically a gamble. It's that you take your phone,
Mm.
try to send a message, and
Mm.
while you send that message, you put down in your shoe, wrap it around with your shirt, and then throw it all the way down, and hope to God that the message gets sent before it says it cannot send because there's no signal, because there's signal down there, because they discovered that because the girl's best friend had to check if Instagram was working and shit.
Yeah.
And I don't know how it went. I think it was that in the end of the movie, her father managed to pick it up and save her. I don't know how he saved her, but
It,
she got down somehow.
probably they called the police with a helicopter and picked them up. Somehow.
Yeah, maybe. I do not remember shit.
I wouldn't remember either.
No.
Yeah,
Or-
but they decided to throw it down because they saw a guy who had a Walter White van walking down there and not looking up at them.
Mhm.
And then this guy see the shoe falling right next to him, walks up to the shoe and then shrugs it off, not paying attention. Oh, it's just raining shoes next to this tower. Yeah, that's just typical weather. I wonder what next shoe is gonna fall. Maybe I can find a pair.
As usual.
Yeah, it's rain
As it
shoes
does.
every day. Yeah.
I wonder when it's gonna white girls. Then something happens afterwards, and they think, oh, this guy's gonna find out that we're gonna be up here because this guy found their car. But then it turns out, oh, this guy is stealing their car and then just drives away with it.
There's so much happening in one movie.
And it's not much that is happening. It's just me sucking to explain shit.
Oh, okay then.
And then they become desperate because it's starting to get dark outside. And they found a flare gun there, so they thought like, oh, if we take this
How?
flare, there was a emergency flare gun up in the tower, in sake of like the climbers back in the day could use if they get stuck or something.
Okay.
So they decided to take this, and they thought they should use it at night because that's where they're most visible.
Mm-hmm. And
They used
everyone
it-
is asleep.
Yeah, it's kind of true. They used it and nothing, and no one helped them.
Probably because they are asleep.
Yeah, it works like flare also is very visible during the day too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in the end, they become extremely desperate.
Mhm.
So this girl's best friend notices that when the ladder broke, their backpacks fell down into this. You know, one of these. You know what radar looks like? Some of those.
The black and green.
You know, some sort of telescope thing. You know, the one of those round white things on these poles we talked about. It fell on one of those right next to one of those.
Uh-huh.
And if they get down there, the ladder continues and they can get all the way down, but they cannot get there
Okay, why?
because half of the ladder broke and it stopped breaking next to the white thing, I think.
Oh.
But so her best friend decides, if you hold the rope while I can try to get down there, I can get this backpack and probably get some things down there to help us get down.
Mm.
So she does that, gets down there and manage to get the backpack. Something happens, and then I think like the same thing that the boyfriend thingy or thingy happened, and it says, "I'll do that," because somehow there's a gamble they can actually complete it.
Okay.
And then they do that, and her best friend ends up falling and dies. She falls on the white thing and dies. I'm not joking. She dies right there at the spot.
Of course.
And I was thinking, at this movie, even though if this girl survives, sh- she was about to kill herself in the movie. So after, if she survives this movie, I think she's gonna kill herself anyway. If it's like this
Maybe.
at
Wait,
this
that was the
point.
ending.
No, not this. That is not the ending. I'm just saying. I said in the beginning of the movie, she said she was going to kill herself because she was in a deep depression because her boyfriend died.
Oh, I didn't
Yeah.
clock that.
Yeah, because not that memorable movie.
Yeah, I, I was so confused under the movie, and I looked up a movie I would talk about later, so I half listened. But you can continue.
Where were I?
She
Oh yeah,
died.
her she died, and the movie decided to pull one of this bullshit that oh, she actually didn't die. She actually got all the way back, and actually was with her. In real life, she's actually a hallucination.
Oh, this
Um,
movie twists my brain. I'm so
But
confused.
with the help of the backpack she managed to get,
Mm-hmm.
she got her hands of the drone, so she can somehow fight all the way down, even though that this box has a connection radius, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So she magically flies it all the way down to the ground and flies to the local motel that is nearby.
Mm.
Okay.
But this fucking numbnut decides to fly it 6 feet above the ground, and it flies it towards a freeway, and it gets hit by a car. The drone.
This movie is something else.
I'm so confused. Is this all from the same movie?
Yeah, it's
You're
the same movie.
you're saying it's not a lot of things happening, but then you pull up some random shit like every 10 seconds.
Yeah, but it's the only things that happens in the movie because all of I'm explaining all the stuff they tried to do to survive this.
Mm.
Yeah.
She ends up, I don't know, feeding a vulture
What?
feeding a vulture of her best friend's body or something.
What the?
But
Why?
with the help of that, she managed to kill the vulture and eat it, I think.
So she's in some way a cannibal
No, she lets the vulture eat her.
and eat the vulture.
Yeah, and then kills the vulture because she used it as bait, and then she kills
Okay,
the vulture.
then she's not a cannibal. Okay.
And yeah, now I remembered. She goes up to the top, also the absolute top, because there's a pole you have to climb up there that is really difficult to climb.
Mm-hmm.
And for some reason, she somehow managed to charge her phone with the help of the where the lap thingy is, because apparently you can shock your phone there. Definitely not a high chance you will shock yourself.
What?
But at the top of the pole, there's a lamp. She removes the lamp and then puts her charger in it
Mm-hmm.
to be able to
Yeah.
charge her phone. And I'm thinking, how it's not the same outlet. And somehow managed to charge her phone. And with the help of that, I think she got some connection and be able to contact her father, and that helped her to get down.
Okay.
This movie's so weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, and half of the things that you could have done in this movie could have saved you like a lot quicker if you weren't so fucking stupid. Yeah, first of all, don't climb.
Yeah.
Second of all, you should
Yeah.
have done this thing, but you didn't. You should have done this thing, but you didn't. You should have done this thing, but you didn't. You should have done this and this and this and this, but you didn't. That was very obvious, all of them.
I mean,
Obvious
if you
things you should have done, but yeah, you didn't, and now you have one less friend.
think about it in that way, that makes it a very, very horrorful horror movie. Because in every scary movie, they always make the wrong decisions.
You know what is a good horror movie concept? Being
Yeah.
controlled by idiots and pray and being able and you must pray to God that they don't make the wrong decision. You know, like Saw, but idiots try
Oh,
to help you.
yeah.
You were dead.
There.
Yeah, you have
Yeah.
like an idiot in a room that has to do a certain things to get you out of this room. But if you do it wrong, you get absolutely tortured to death. Yeah, you just sit there in horror when the motherfuckers start to type wrong.
Like, think about it. A couple of the most dumbest people in the world, okay? You put them in a room, you give each one a controller that controls one person, and they have to survive. That's a good plot.
You like imagine the horror. You know that you're gonna die if something goes wrong, and
Yeah.
and then a screen pops out and says 2 + 2 equals, and then you watch in disbelief when that fucking moron types 5.
Yeah, like what's his name? Beetlejuice. Or
Yeah.
what's he called?
Beetlejuice.
Yeah. A room full of Beetlejuices.
You were
I would
definitely
like that concept is actually pretty more interesting the entire movie I just explained.
dead.
Yeah.
We would make that movie. Saw
If
Dumb Edition.
if this podcast gets
Controlled by morons.
if this episode gets 1 million views, all right, we'll do a short film, okay?
We do a short animated film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And voiced by The Rock, Jack Black, and Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, not The Rock. He he'd ruin the movie. He'd just say, "I need to win."
Yeah.
He's the idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah, he will not
Because the
lose.
idiots don't get punished.
Or
Right.
what the Rock's friend? Um
Kevin Hart.
Kevin
yeah,
Hart.
Kevin Hart. What about The Rock is the dumb guy and Kevin Hart is
I'm just imagining Kevin Hart just cussing out The Rock.
Yeah. That would
You
be
stupid
funny.
son of a bitch! It's not that!
Like
It's
he
not
does in
that kind
every
of
movie. In every movie they do together.
They always get mad at each other.
yeah.
They're a great duo.
Yeah, I love them.
Yeah. What other duos do you like in movies?
Um, uh, I don't really like a lot of duos. I like a lot of individuals. Like,
I like Jack Black.
yeah, but he don't have a duo. I
Yeah, I
think.
know. People don't like him because it's the same thing as Rock. He does the same bit quirky thing all the damn time, but I don't care. I think it's funny.
Man,
Yeah.
I hear Jack Black everywhere, but who is Jack Black and why does he do a Minecraft movie? I mean, I'm so confused.
Jack Black is a super famous actor. He's been in many movies.
I have never seen his movies.
He
I'm sorry.
voice acted Kung Po from Kung Fu Panda.
Oh, what? I love Jack Black. I love his movies. He's a great actor.
He also voice acted Bowser in the Mario movie.
Okay, I take back everything bad I've said throughout the years of Jack Black. He's amazing. Phenomenal.
Have you seen Jumanji?
Yeah,
Yeah, he
yeah.
was in that movie.
Oh, right. He played that girl, right?
Yeah.
Or the girl. Yeah.
Yeah. So you know who Jack Black is?
But I didn't like Jumanji so much when I think about it. I thought it was pretty okay.
Yeah.
It's
And
a very interesting concept of a movie.
apparently
But
there are a game, there are Jumanji that you can buy.
yeah,
Was it released before or after the movie?
Don't I think both.
Well, isn't
You might-
Jumanji the game is it's a video game adaptation of the movie, right? Isn't it?
I don't maybe I don't know. I just saw Jumanji as a game. I saw that I could buy it on my Nintendo Switch.
The thing that I do
Yeah.
not like when people use Jumanji is that they use it of literally every video game adaptation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like they say that Minecraft is like a Yumanji spin-off or some not spin-off, adaptation, but
Mm.
Yumanji was an actual game. Minecraft movie is that you go to the Minecraft universe, not the Minecraft game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mom. Gee,
Some
you guys can still talk.
Okay, so some trash movies that I'd like to watch once in my lifetime. It's probably Minecraft, the movie, and if you've heard about it, Winnie the Pooh, the horror movie.
Oh yeah, I've heard about them. I have
They
heard
sound
about them.
they sound so bad yet so interesting. I really
Yeah,
want to
I
watch
heard
them.
it was like Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Actually, I searched it up because I wanted to see the lore for a few days ago.
Mm. Before we continue, I will say that I searched Jumanji game. It was a
Yeah.
game released 1995 called
Oh,
Jumanji.
Oh,
Then
but
they,
isn't Jumanji supposed to be a board game?
y-
Wasn't it?
yeah, this was the board game, but
yeah.
the movie is based off the board game.
Yeah, and then there came a video game
Yeah,
based on the movie.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, is The Rock in it?
Yeah.
I think The Rock is in the game.
Yeah.
Should I tell my not so okay movie?
Yeah,
Yep.
go on.
So, have you guys seen the movie Slenderman?
No, sadly.
No, I haven't.
Okay, so when you think of the movie Slenderman, you probably think that would be a quite good movie, because
Yeah.
the movie is quite a mid, to be honest. So the movie is about some high school girls that doing some high school things. Then they went into the forest for some reason, and
I go to the forest at times.
yeah,
Yeah, that's normal.
but it was in a random shed in the forest.
Okay.
Yeah, so they watched a, I don't know how or why, they watched a movie.
In the shed.
Yeah, that like flicker or do the thousand ant war or whatever it's called. You know that thing.
Static.
Yeah,
Something.
Yeah.
something like that. And it sounded very, I don't know the word for it, but it had a weird sound to it, and they stopped the movie, and yeah, and it was one girl that said we should not have looked at the movie. I don't know why she thought that. Anyways, then I jump a little bit around in the movie. So
Okay.
yeah, so it was one girl who got a message from a random dude that, and I don't know why she continued talking to him, but it ended up being Slenderman. And
What?
yeah,
Slenderman sliding in the DMs.
Yeah. He also
Yeah.
has wrists.
Yeah,
I
and
didn't know that Slenderman got that wrist.
Yeah.
She gonna get the taste of that tentacles.
yeah.
Oh.
But then when they went to some graveyard, the class went to a graveyard for some reason. Yeah, and it was one girl heard voices, so she went into the forest and
What?
Yeah, and never came
If
back.
I heard voices, I would just bolt home.
Yeah,
She went into the forest.
yeah, and never came back.
Well,
Oh my god, I hear voices. Let me
Well-
just run in the forest and get lost.
Yeah.
at this point, it's kind of her fault. If she never comes back, well, she shouldn't have gone into the forest when she heard the voices, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and to be a context, there were four friends. Only have that in mind. So then I jump a little bit forward in the movie, and the main character tried to see what happened to her. She didn't find anything, except for she looked at her computer, saw random messages, and do you guys know what she did?
What?
She messaged him.
What else is he supposed to do?
I don't know, but probably shouldn't message that random guy. Yeah, then
Yeah.
I don't really remember what happened, but it was one other girl that either died or disappeared. Yeah. Then I jump forward again. It was a girl that nearly committed suicide in that movie.
Right.
Yeah, and somehow Slenderman have a camera.
Last time I checked, humans supposed to have the camera.
Yeah, so basically everything is about them writing to him. Then something happens. So when one of the girls have written to him, they get a video on their phone that are in their house.
Yeah.
And Slenderman looks super sketchy. He looks weird in that movie.
Did you say Superman?
Slenderman.
I thought you said Superman.
That would be a weird. What about it was Superman that went into the house?
I
What
also
is-
heard Superman
what do you- what-
react to that.
But it's Superman. What are you doing in my house? I heard
well,
you
it's
have some
supposed-
kryptonite. I have to remove it.
He wouldn't be able to remove it.
Ja, han dödar personen först och sen försöker han disposa kryptonite.
Okay. Anyways.
Sorry, I spoke Swedish right there.
So yeah, so she died of Sandman. Then the girl that nearly committed suicide, she got into the hospital. And she got possessed or something. She do possess things and I think dies. Or yeah. Then I don't know why. So the main character saw Slenderman. She was fine after. But then she ran into the forest. And she got basically eaten by a tree.
What?
What?
Apparently,
What does that have to correlate with Slenderman?
Apparently, Slenderman can be a tree.
I know that he can make himself look like a tree, but I didn't know he could be a tree.
He became a tree.
He was the tree.
He literally
So he-
gained like Siren Head abilities like there.
So he didn't control the entire forest or no such thing. No, he was just one tree.
I don't really know. It was just she was in front of one tree, and the tree started moving. It took her, and so she became also the tree.
You know, when you haven't watched a movie, it's just fun visualizing it in your brain.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the movie was only just confusing. Yeah,
Yeah,
it,
we
it,
hear that.
it's a lot of things that I don't really remember, and it's maybe makes more sense if you would watch it. But
Yeah,
when I watched it, it didn't really make sense for me.
Well, I don't want to watch a bad movie.
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, video games in general have really bad movie adaptations. For
yeah.
Yeah,
instance,
God forbid. You explain yours. I forgot the name of it.
have you guys played Assassin's Creed?
Yeah.
The, a game
Yeah,
from
I played the game.
Yeah, well, it had a movie adaptation, and I was really fond of the game series.
Mm-hmm.
So I watched the movie, and it was basically like a normal guy, okay, going
Mm-hmm.
into the Animus to
Mm-hmm.
get the assassin's memories and such.
Yeah.
And then he was in an asylum, and then he went back to time to get more memories, and then he fought off like the Templars,
Mm-hmm.
and it was like so the story was so bland. The actors had no like good connection with each other.
Yeah.
uh, it was like okay, it must be one of the worst movies I've ever seen. Like it had such a bad pacing, and yeah.
Yeah.
I know a movie that was way worse and became super famous for how bad it was.
Mm-hmm.
Which
The
one?
only good thing was that Jack Black was a good actor in it, and it was the Borderlands movie.
I've heard of it, but I don't really know it.
Yeah, and
Yeah, same.
that explains why it was so bad. Did you know that Moana 2 got released?
Yeah, I watched it
Yeah.
yesterday actually.
Hadn't heard about it, and people say it's trash. Was it good?
I would say when they released the first movie, they wouldn't be able to compete it. But it's
And they didn't compete.
no, the first movie is one of the best Disney movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the music in that movie is much better. But I wouldn't say it's bad. I would say it's not as good as the first one. But
So
it's
it just didn't live up to the expectations set
yeah,
because of the first one.
yeah,
Like Kung Fu Panda 4 or something.
yeah. It's
Yeah.
like they start at the top, and
All
and
right.
and you're not God, so you can't fly. So if you're top of the mountain, you will go down. If you start
Yeah.
at the top, you will want to start in the middle, then you can go up. So they basically start at in the top. Yeah.
You want to know something crazy about the Borderlands movie?
Hmm.
I'm gonna search it up. How much did the Borderlands movie cost? 150 million.
Whoa.
Oh.
An advertisement cost 30 million.
All right.
Okay.
And
That's crazy.
Borderlands ended theaters run with worldwide box office of 30.9 million. It cost $50 million in budget, and they made 30 million.
So
Ooh.
it just lost.
Yeah, they lost a lot of money.
Well,
I heard that even the actors was bad. It was like the
well,
actors didn't even want to be in the movie.
that makes me curious. How much did Minecraft did it lose or win money?
Minecraft movie.
Yeah. Oh,
He haven't come out yet.
it haven't.
No,
What? I
it's
thought it was
coming
in
out in
theaters.
4th of April 2025.
All right. Well, I still won't watch it, but
I'm going
what
to
do you
watch it because it's Minecraft and I'm a reviewer, so of course I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, I will also watch it.
I'll probably not.
Wait.
Well, guys, let's make a bet.
Okay.
Do
It
you
costs
think
just as much as the Borderlands movie.
do we think it will will exceed expectations.
Like I've looked to the other trailer and it looks way better than the first one.
Yeah.
And I gotta say that people kind of overhate the movie. I'm kind of excited watching it because, well, I'm not gonna watch it to remember or have look at the meaning or something. I'm just gonna watch it because it's Minecraft. I think it's gonna be a fun movie to watch. Not
yeah,
gonna be memorable, but I'm going to enjoy it.
I
yeah,
just think it would be way better if it was animated. To be honest.
yeah. I think so too.
Yeah, but I've heard people use that argument like a million times. Like they said it was not going to be animated for a long time ago before the trailer even was released.
Yeah, but that
So
doesn't
the shit
matter.
we have, the shit we have,
Yeah,
and I know it should have been animated by first, but
I would say
I don't
first
care. I don't
animated.
care at this point.
They can change it now, but it would be better animated than live action. That's much
Yeah.
better.
Yeah, but that's Hollywood, so
Yeah, they do first, things later.
yeah.
Yeah.
I heard someone say that the ones that come into Minecraft universe, you know, the live action characters,
Mm,
that they should have been animated. But I can make a very good argument that they're gonna look way more cursed than without animated.
mm-hmm.
Why?
Because you saw how other characters look like. I think if you look at the characters,
In the movie.
yeah, the human characters in the movie, and then watch them be square. I don't know. It just feels like that's gonna be an eyesore.
I think they could do it right, in my opinion. I mean, imagine thinking Jack Black as Steve animated.
It's just so the block creatures is live action. It's that they do live action theme to them, so they are not Minecraft themed. If they would do so, it looks Minecraft, then it would be good. But if they do live action, but they are block people,
Wait.
that wouldn't look good.
Oh, we were speaking like that. Well, of
Yeah.
course. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
of course we don't want Jack Black as literally blocky, but with real life textures. What? That
Yeah,
would be
I
extremely cool.
meant it like that.
Why? Who says that? Whose argument is that? That's so
I don't know.
dumb.
People just said that. They just don't like the fact that they are humans in a squarey world. But I think the movie's argument is that they do not come from the Minecraft universe, and they come from the universe we are in, which
Yeah.
means that yeah, they can't be blocky because they're not from there.
Yeah. I
But
don't want to see them
yeah,
blocky.
never mind.
What?
No, I thought something, then I remember. No.
What?
What was it?
I thought, but Steve is a blocky. Then I remember, no, he's not. Then I thought, no, I'm not gonna say it.
You know what we should try? This would be really cursed, but I really want to see that. Imagine the world being normal and then just the characters being blocky with real life textures. That's the best combination.
Yeah, you can make one. We will see how good it is.
All right, if this episode gets 1 million listeners, we'll do that as well as a short film.
I hope not, because then will be a lot of work on our hands.
Yeah.
But hopefully, but at the same time, not hopefully.
Yeah, and I'm just a guest. So
From a guest to a full-time employee.
yeah. Oh wait.
But you will not get any money, okay? We get that clear.
You only get credit.
Yeah. You will not get any money.
And according to some for TikTokers, that's the ultimate deal.
Yeah. We should clip this podcast. We should clip it and put it on TikTok, to be honest.
We clip it, put it on TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, everywhere.
Yeah, just add
Twitch.
some sound effects.
Roblox, we put it everywhere.
Yeah.
We do want the podcast, then the Subway Surfers in just under.
Yeah, precisely.
With some Minecraft parkour and some people
We-
cutting slime.
Yeah,
all
yeah.
of that shit.
Yeah, and weird
I
sound
mean-
effects.
I mean, this podcast really has potential to top like the biggest podcasts, like Joe Rogan experience and such. I think, in my
Yeah, but
opinion.
Joe Rogan is just talking random shit.
Yeah, we
So
have
do
like
we.
factual information right here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Only our listeners can hear this shit.
so it's usual how it goes. Only listeners will listen.
Yeah, exactly.
But it grows over time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hopefully.
So, how did you guys like? Why did you start a podcast?
It was my idea first.
Yeah.
And he thought it was a fun idea to do.
Yeah. Because I remember we used to record some videos, and it started basically when I thought about when we a VR chat. We had so much fun just talking random things. And I thought, we don't really talk a lot, so why not talk and record it?
That's so clever.
Yeah, and I did it once before, and it was hilarious.
And it is
Yeah.
pretty fun to talk with each other.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and we talk about random things.
Yeah, and we have the help of themes to make the
Yeah.
episode more interesting.
Yeah.
Well, as we can see now, we don't really need themes. It just goes smoothly.
Yeah, we just go with the flow often.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Usually we start with a theme, then we go south and west at the same time. Then we go back.
South, west, down and up, in the lake, up to the sky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm really grateful to be a guest in your show,
Yeah, it's
because
really grateful you were here too.
Yeah.
yeah, to be honest, like since I was a little kid doing YouTube in my mom's house, to watching Huck 2 and being inspired to make my own podcast, to then seeing that my friend Shadow then has his own podcast with another friend that I
Yeah.
thought was an English speaker. Now I'm here. Like I started from the bottom, and now I'm at the top of the game.
Kind of.
Soon we will rival Joe Rogan, and it's awesome.
We just a couple of we are not that far away. We just like a million views away. We're not that far. We're really close now.
Yeah.
I'm curious. How much views do he get?
Should I shut up?
No, I
Yeah.
do.
Okay.
Joe Rogan.
This podcast needs you know, if you have watched Joe Rogan's episodes, he has a guy that's named Jamie, and that person like searches up live.
Oh,
Yeah.
well,
We
he
don't
could have done it
have one.
himself.
Yeah, he's just lazy.
Okay, to begin with, you can search it up because I get one random channel here. They're called Powerful JRE.
Yeah,
Is it him?
yeah.
Oh,
Joe Rogan Experience.
oh yeah. We are so far off. So he have 18 million subscribers.
All right.
He get around 1.5 million per video.
All right.
Yeah, and his biggest video is 62 million.
Yeah.
And do you see? I searched it up too. Do you know how much money he makes per episode?
Probably a lot.
100,000 per episode.
Just to add,
Episode.
just to add something, in this podcast, can I swear?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then fuck Joe Rogan, bro. Like, he has how many more episodes more than us? He has like 2,200 more than us.
He
Damn,
has.
he's a fucking billionaire if he doesn't spend
Yeah,
everything.
He,
he's a billionaire sellout.
oh,
He has like
he,
politicians in his episodes.
he
Yeah, he
have.
has like super many famous people. He's
Yeah.
Yeah,
basically the boomer version of Kaisernet.
yeah, he had Donald Trump in his episode. Bro, we don't need to sell out. We can do our show, or you can do your show with me as a guest sometimes if you want to. I could be reoccurring,
Yeah.
and then we'd go way farther than he will ever get.
We start with you, and then we take both and then I take my friend, and then Hypers takes you. Then we have four
Yeah,
people in one episode. That's
yeah.
our next step.
You know, you should do like the friend version of a blind date, where you two take some random of your friends, put them as guests, and then they just speak about something while you also add something, and just go with the flow. You don't need any themes for the episodes.
It,
Just
That's
go with the
interesting.
flow. That's
That's
funny.
very interesting.
yeah. And it sounds
That's a good idea.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's a really good idea. It sounds. I don't know if you have seen on TikTok a thing called the second date update. Have you
Oh
seen-
yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
It sounds a little bit like that.
Yeah, you need your own second date update. You need something that makes you special. Why should people watch you and not some bald billionaire sellout?
People, I think people should watch us in our main channel because we not only do we make funny content of games and stuff,
Yeah.
we also make a review at the end.
A review of the game, or
yeah.
Yeah, that's why we call stupid reviewers.
oh, well, what games have you reviewed then?
I can look
yeah.
it up. So wait, I need to go to the right channel. There.
Should I say what the next review is gonna be?
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, the next one is going to be Lethal Company.
Oh, never heard of the game, but it sounds awesome.
Never heard of Lethal Company?
Lethal Company, no. What? Let me guess. It's just about a company, right?
Yeah.
And then you murder your coworkers.
No, Lethal
that
Company
happened.
is not. Yeah, you can kill your coworkers, but Lethal Company is that you land onto like parts of a planet to like go to an abandoned post to collect loot while they're monsters. You have to
Oh.
meet a quota before a timer goes out, and if
Yeah.
you don't meet the quota, you get fired. You get like sent out in the vacuum of space and die.
Yeah, and we probably next week will play modded Little Company.
Yeah, we're gonna play modded version,
Yeah,
but it's not gonna get released last week. It can take up to
month.
when I edit stuff. Compared to me and Hypers is quick. I'm very slow, but the
Yeah.
fact that I'm slow means that I put more stuff in, which ends up with my videos ending up getting more views than Hypers.
Yeah,
Oh.
but the games we have released is a game that I have forgot. It's a zombie game. Then we have
Unturned.
yeah, that's the name. Then we have Pokemon Legend of Arceus.
All right.
Then we have 3 random Steam games.
That I did. That was our most viewed video too.
Yeah. Then it was I played 3 random Steam games too. They're a fishing game.
Do you like play the games together, or is it?
Sometimes.
It's more fun to play together.
Yeah.
All right.
Then I play for some reason. I just felt like it. I played Roblox.
Random Roblox games.
Yeah.
Doing reviews about different Roblox games,
Yeah.
right?
Then we played VR Chat.
That's my favorite video, by the way. It's very
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah. Then we played.
played?
Then I played 2 horror games.
Ooh.
Yeah. one that I cut off my finger, and one I got followed by monkeys.
That's scary. Imagine being followed by monkeys, right?
Yeah, and they had blood teeth too. Then Stupid Gamer played one horror game, Missing Hiker.
If you wanna watch the videos, our channel is called Stupid Reviewers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, well, let's see. I mean, that kind of inspires me to make my own YouTube channel because I'm really fond of, 100%ing games.
Yeah.
Like, in on PlayStation, you get a platinum trophy
Yeah.
for
Yeah,
a game 100%.
do you know the pain when you have like you're trying to 100% a game, but
Yeah.
then you find out that there is like a multiplayer trophies?
Bro, I hate that part.
Yeah, I played
Or
like a single player dominant game was Assassin's Creed Black Flag. And apparently
yeah.
there was like trophies you had to get from an online game that no one plays. Like the entire section of that game is dead. There's no one playing it. So how the fuck am I supposed to get those trophies? I
Yeah,
just gave up.
that's what stopped me with the Black Flag. I'm trying for another Assassin's Creed game
Mhm.
in Platinuming Odyssey, if you know about it.
Oh, I love that game.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites. It isn't really the most Assassin's Creed game, but
Yeah,
it's
but
still very good.
it's not much assassin because you don't have the assassin knife. The only thing you assassinate people is a broken spear. But
Yeah,
it's still a fun game. You still assassinate people.
yeah. Right now I'm going for probably my hardest platinum. You know Wolfenstein 2, right?
I heard about it.
Yeah, I've
Yeah,
heard it.
it's basically a game where you shoot a bunch of Nazis and
It's a
go into
future.
space.
It's a world where the Nazis won World War II.
Yeah, it has a very good story and very good gameplay. But the platinum trophy is extremely hard due to it having to you have to beat uh, it on the hardest difficulty.
Mhm.
So basically, the enemies are bullet sponges. You do not do so much damage. You have to memorize exactly where they're positioned, and then
Oh,
if you die once, there are no checkpoints. So you have to
Oh.
restart from the absolute beginning. And some cutscenes, you can't even skip them. There's 10-minute long cutscenes.
Oh.
that's just aggravating.
Yeah, but I'm trying.
That's good
It's like
that
I
you're
don't
trying.
like cutscenes that are like length of a movie. Like I want to play a game, not watch a film.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I think we would wrap this up because we have gone over an hour.
All right.
Yeah, so do you guys have something good to say?
Well, thank you a lot for letting me be a part of this episode.
You're
I'm
welcome,
really grateful.
Super
Yeah,
Gamer.
and I can say one thing: if you want to watch a movie, make sure to look at the reviews before you watch it, and that's why you should look at our channel, Stupid Reviewers, because we review games.
This video is sponsored by Donut.
This video is sponsored by Raid Shadow.
10% off if you type in stupid podcast. Let's go.
Yeah.
And you will get a legendary skin with this much loot. Sign in now.
And get a free Skylander.
And Raid Shadow Legends is my favorite game, even though I never played it because I'm getting paid for say this.
Yeah. We see you guys. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.